So, hello everyone. I am Ian B. Moral, your second discussant on uses of ICT policies in teaching and learning. So again, good afternoon everyone. This is the part 2 of our video discussion on uses of ICT policies in teaching and learning. So, in today's discussion, I will talk about the strategic educational ICT policies rationales. So we have different types of policies. We have the first one, uh, support economic growth. So economists attribute such as growth to increase in productivity, which can include the absorption or more productive equipment, more skilled and productive workforce, and the creation of new knowledge. So, class, you might have heard of the digital economy. So, for example, there are many online offering. The web, which offers, for example, one design for a letter template, may pay you 500 pesos, or you might design a Facebook page and sell it for any amount, or you may do, or you make an account and upload videos, and it can be monetized. So those are example actually support the economic growth, and they are should be the product of ICT policies. So specifically, this is the first policy. So uh, corresponding in education policies can connect the uses of ICT to the development of student ICT skills, which can apply in the workforce to develop their capacity to use technology to solve complex real world problems that can contribute productivity. So it also for the development of new kinds of 21st century. So para maging literate sila. And lifelong learning skill which support knowledge creation, innovation, and entrepreneurialism. So that is in digital economy. So an example of this approach is Singapore, where the education policies has always been strongly linked to the development of human capital. So the most recent economy development plan in Singapore challenge business and worker to move beyond productivity to gain more resulting for pervasive use of technology to develop of a knowledge economy, so which relies on the development of new business based on the research, innovation, and the knowledge creation. So in coordination with this economic plan, the education ministry of Singapore is suited in numbers of reforms under their theme or to their motto. So, thinking to learn towards thinking school, thinking nation, or learning nation were an example of the program. So, it is for to develop the companies, for example, to fund researches with technology that base for economic growth. So the country's second ICT master plan launched in 2002 and the faded in 2006 according to the Ministry of Singapore. So in integration of ICT with the changes curriculum assessment and the instruction and professional development in uh, in school culture provide the student with and prepare them to participating complete knowledge economy. So that is why also we have are having this because it is part of ASEAN integration. So when we say ASEAN integration class, the uniformity of the vision including the ICT policies, so that when the ASEAN integration it has already implemented, we can work as one. So for example, we can go to ASEAN member countries, we can work uh, without visa. So, so in this ICT policies, this must our ICT policies so that we are ready. So next, another another example of economic based education policy is that of Jordan. So faced with the persistently high unemployed poverty, the government of Jordan created program of economic and social transformation in 2001 to develop high value added sectors and establish a knowledge economy. So the top priority of this program has been the development of nations of human resources. So we have the second one, promote social development. So within education, socially oriented policies offer the prospect of connection between classroom across cultures, increase parental participations, student access to specialized education service, and the delivery of educational services to remote population. So, according based on other countries has actually focused more on potential social impact of ICT. So, actually they promote the use and share they used to share knowledge, cultural creativity. So most democratic participation. So the government make service for more widely available to enhance social occasion and the integration of different cultural groups and individual ability. So that is why how these ICT policies promote social development. So the education policy of European Commission is an example. So the Commission policies of information society for all. So it emphasizes the need to bring every business, school, home, and citizen into a digital age. So one goal of this ICT policy is to promote digital literacy. So that would provide students with a new skill and knowledge that they will need for personal and professional development and for participation in information driven in the society. So I think this is like to the development of the Philippines or the Philippine ID system. So 'di ba mayroon tayong tinatawag na Unified ID or yung sabi ni o yung the Philippine ID or National ID. So sabi nga ni Tito Soto, if you want national ID, so you are in the system of the Philippines. So speaking of national ID, so bakit tayo nire-required nito? So it is a bill that enacted centralized identification of the Filipino citizens and residents. So it also used as a proof of identification for all transaction in our country. So that is why one of the it pursuing us uh, and to get this national ID or to kasi yung government natin is talagang medyo sabi nating isa sa magiging mandatory is national ID, so that that is why based on the development it pursuing us in accordance to promote social development. So we have the third policy. So it is advanced education reform. So when we say reform, it is any major change in education system. So but the term is referred to as curriculum revision. So since we are talking about education reform, the kinds of education reforms that has been associated with the introduction of ICT included the curriculum reforms. So that emphasize the high level of understanding of key concept with subject areas and the ability to apply this concept to solve complex real world problems. So other curriculum reforms emphasize what are sometimes called 21st century skill qualities that prepare students for the knowledge economy, such as activities, information management, communication, collaboration, and the ability to direct one's own work and learning. So imagine today, we are already in the age of formation in just a one click, di ba class? We can get 1,000 information just in Google one word. So it can result in 1,000 information. So in Africa, the use of ICT policies for learning and just the learner centered learning. So for them, the active in experiment learning, collaborative work and among learners, and creativity and analytical thinking with decision making. So for example, another example class is the Australian school, and the teachers are integrating ICT to support experimental. So constructivist learning in school and across learning sites engage student and personalized collaborative, connected and interactive learning, and broaden and the use new pedagogies and assessment approaches. So similarly, the South African education ICT policy document states learning through the use of ICTs. So is arguably one of the most powerful means of supporting learners to achieve the national state of curriculum goals. So, the last policy we have is the support education management. So, another example, the current education ICT policies of the United States. So, emphasizes the uses of technology to efficiently deliver online content and assessment to provide principal, teachers, and parents with student performance and attendance data that can be used to personalize instruction, support decision making, and the allocation of resources and promote accountability. So that's all about the policies in the uses of ICT policies in teaching and learning. So I hope sana natuto kayo and God bless. Thank you for listening.